Although there are many ways which you can use to actually set up a social site, the best one and the one that I prefer and would strongly recommend is to use plugin which is called a BuddyPress. Now BuddyPress is downloadable and you can get it for free from the plugin section, so you can go to plugins and do exactly as we have done before and install this particular plugin. Couple of things you're gonna notice once you have actually downloaded, installed and activated. The first link here will actually be activity, the one below will be groups, so those two belong to the BuddyPress plugin. And also in the appearance you'll have some theme options, so this is for the BuddyPress as well. In the plugins, obviously if you go to the install plugins, you'll actually see this particular plugin as well. Under users you'll have manage users, view your profile and profile fields. In the tools you'll have BuddyPress, and in the settings you'll have BuddyPress as well. So let's get started first of all with the appearance, and we'll go to the theme options. Under theme options you'll actually have 5 different tabs right at the top. So we got the general settings, home page, registration page, footer and advanced settings. If you need any help you can actually go and read some documentations. In the general settings you have a logo and the skin color, so basically this is the logo of your website that you would like to use, and basically you can see the recommendations here for the height and for the width in pixels. Okay, so if you do have a logo you can upload it here, and here you can change the skin colors. So this is pretty basic. All right, moving into the home page. On the home page you'll find a bit more options here. So basically the first options are to do with the group avatars, and we'll actually see what that is in just a minute. What group types would you actually like to display, and then you can have some custom image, and then you can have some custom image URL. There's also the welcoming message, and basically this is something that you can put on your web page that actually going to give some information about your community. Okay, so my community is actually called my online community, and I'll leave that as it is. Okay, I'll hit on save options. The next one is the registration page. Obviously if you're running a community page, community online page, you would have to have a lot of many different users, and this is actually where they can sign up. So basically those are some of the available options here for the registration page. So member counter, whether or not you want to have a member counter. Alright, the next one is member avatar type, and basically this is just to select which type of members you would like to display. Then the custom image, if you like to have one you can click here and upload your image, and then custom message like we had before, and I'll change this once again to my online community. Alright, I'll save the changes. I'll move to the next one. This is the footer, so basically what's being displayed in the footer, and you can actually write the copyright text here as well, and that will actually be displayed, and you can use some HTML code here as well. In the advanced settings, basically you can do something that's called a lockdown BuddyPress, and this is something that I would not particularly do. If you're not sure what you're doing, just leave everything here as it is. There's always the restore default button, which will actually restore all the defaults to what was actually like a factory default. So basically this will actually restore everything to the basic settings. Okay, so that's pretty much when it comes to the theme options. Let's go down to first of all, what I like to do is under settings you have to go to general, and just make sure that this particular option here is actually enabled. Once again, we are running a online community and we would like a lot of people to actually register and sign up for the membership. So once again, under settings, go to the general, and there you find the membership, and just make sure that this is enabled. Okay, while we're here, let's go to BuddyPress under settings. That's the last option there. And here this is almost like all of the widgets or all of the pages which you can actually enable here. So there's the extended profile, account settings, friend connections, private messaging, activity streams, notification, user groups, site tracking, and the last two you must have by the default. Okay, so at the moment I have 9 active, one is inactive, which is site tracking. and basically I can enable that one as well. Must use, those are the two must use. Okay, so let's go to BuddyPress under tools now, and here you actually come just to repair some of the actual settings, so some of the data. So if something has happened and you know some, for example, relationship, friendships have been become out of sync, so they're not synchronized anymore, you can come here and just hit on enable that option there and just go repair item, and that will actually repair everything that needs to be repaired, and it will actually sync all the users and their friends together. Alright, now let's move into users and manage signups. Okay, so basically this is when somebody tries to actually sign up for your page, their account or their request will be actually shown here. At the moment I have no pending accounts found, and I have one, which is myself administrator. So if I click on that, my profile will be shown here, and I can actually go and view that as well. Okay, so that's actually when it comes to the users and to actually managing the signups. Profile fields. In the profile fields you can add as many fields as you would actually like. The very basic one is the name, primary name, and that's required. If you want to add a new field, just click on the add new field button here, and then you will actually give some description of that field. So you would add a title and then some description, and whether this field is required or not. Field type, you can have a checkbox, drop down selection box, multi-selection box, radio buttons, date selector. So for example, if you're asking a user to put in their birth date, you will use a date selector, multi-line text area, number text box, and URL. Also on the right hand side you can actually have some available options here, and you can change that. So default visibility, so who can see this? Everyone, me, all members, my friends. And per member visibility, let members change their fields visibility, so whether or not you would like your users to show publicly their visibility and their information, or actually you can choose the other option, and that will actually enforce the default visibility for all members. Okay, so that's under users, and of course there's your profile, where you can actually go ahead and change all the options and everything else, your username, your password, your contact info. You can write some bio about yourself, new passwords, and a lot of other things. And standard profile, you'll find a few more options here, and that's it. You can change your profile photo and basically just adjust all of the settings you have there. Okay, let's go to the appearance now, and let's go to themes. Now the theme that I would like to suggest to you is actually called iBuddy. You can download this theme like we have done before, and just once you have downloaded it, just install it and activate it. Alright, so at the moment let's go to my page. This is basically what my page looks like. What I've done in advance is I just created one group, and there's only one member, which is myself. Okay, on the right hand side I have some widgets, and the first widget here I have is the actual login widget. Alright, so I'll just hit on login, and straight ahead I have just logged in. Okay, and first of all, my homepage is this page called site-wide activities, so whatever's happening on the site will actually be displayed here. Okay, so there's one member currently logged in, there's one group here, and I haven't been mentioned in any of the actual groups or the posts or whatever there is. Okay, who is online? There is only me, and down here I have a widget which is going to display the community members. Like I've said, there is only myself here, and I just put a different date here, so actually it appears that I have registered 2 years and 6 months ago. Alright, at the top we can have some menus, so there's messages, notification, profile settings, logout, and activate. Okay, once again those can be changed, and if I go back to my dashboard, and if I go to my menus, I can actually change any of these, and under Wordpress I have all of these options, so friends, groups, messages, notification, profile settings, log out, and basically this option here when people are logged out, so what can they actually see. So if I was to log out, and that's what I'll do, I'll actually go and hit on log out, and so basically I'm just a visitor to this site, and this is all the options that I currently have. So I have the login and register and activate button. Obviously login will log me in, so if I hit on login, this will actually give me this particular login option. If I hit on register, this will actually now take me to a register site, okay, where I have to enter my username, my email, my password, and then I have to enter my name, which is required, and a few other things as well. Alright, going back to my community, I'll hit on login here, and what I'll do now is actually I'm going to go to my groups, and you can see that there is no new activity found. Alright, so what I will do is actually let's go back to my dashboard. I have to log in again because I've just logged out. Log in. Alright, let's go to groups. And as you can see, I have a group that's called basketball, so let's add a new group. So basically you can control your groups from this front end, or you can go to the back end and do exactly the same. Alright, so this is how you would go about creating a new group. First of all, there's actually 4 steps here. There's some details in the first step, so I had basketball, and maybe I will just put, you know, golf here. And then we can give some description here. Alright, this group is to do with golf fans. I'll hit on create group and continue. This will now take me into the second step, which is the settings. Now I can make this a public group, a private group, or a hidden group. I can let all the people actually invite other people to join this group, and I think that's pretty straightforward and what I would like to do. And I'm just going to hit on next step. In the next step, I will actually set some of the actual attributes, so for the logo. So what I'll do is I'll actually find a logo, something to do, and or an item or icon to actually do something with golf, and I'm gonna choose that file and open it and upload the image. Here it will actually give you some options to crop down your actual photo. So, you know, if you do not want to use the whole photo, you can crop it down, and it will actually give you this nice little half a circle here, and that's actually how far your image is going to go. So I can just leave it like that. I crop it, and it would say that I have successfully uploaded my photo. I'll go to the next step, where you actually go and invite some of your friends to join the group. However, there is no connections, and I have no friends in this online community, as there's only one user, and that's myself, and therefore I'll just hit on finish. As soon as I've done that, a new group has actually been created, and this new group is actually called golf, and it's a private group. Sorry, it's a public group. So I can enter some new information here, and I can say, for example, okay, so this is a new group for people who like golf. I'll post that. And now what I'll do is, well, since I'm logged in as a admin, I can send invites, and I can manage this group, and I can actually go and you know, use the RSS feeds here as well. Here's the post that I have just posted. Okay, so I can put this as a favorite, I can comment on this one, and I can delete it as well. Alright, let's go back to my online community, and first of all, let's go back to my dashboard. And there's one thing I would like to change, and that's to do with my menu. I would actually like to include the groups in my menu, so I'll just hit on add a new menu, and I will save this menu. Alright, going back to my site, when I reload it, I have a new menu here, which is groups, and should I hit on groups, this will take me to a new page where I have the two groups that I have just created. Okay, so basically this is how you would go about setting up the online community. And once again, you would actually have to, invite people to come here and to actually go and register. And we have seen the actual registration page. Now with the BuddyPress is so good because there's so many free plugins that you can use. Literally there's over hundreds of those plugins. Now it will take me forever to actually go and explain all of those plugins, but what I will do is I will actually recommend some of the plugins. And if you go to the buddypress.com, wordpress.org, those are actually some of the most used plugins. So go through this list, and actually the URL of this is buddypress.org/extended/recommended plugins, or just Google it at, on Google, just type in BuddyPress recommended plugins, and a list like this will actually show up. And some of this that I would like to highlight is, first of all, the group management. So this is something that will enable you to manage your group a bit better. Group blog, which actually allows you to have a group blog. There's the extra sign up, so if you like to have some extra fields, you can use that one. Activity Plus is a good one, which will actually enable your users and yourself to actually upload some photos. So when we come to our groups, and for example, if I go into the basketball, as you can see, I can only write text here at the moment. So if you actually go and download, install and activate Activity Plus, this will actually give you a few more options where you can actually upload some photos, even images, even some videos and audio files. Also, some group documentation is good, where you can actually share the documentation within the group. Email subscription is something that will enable all of the users which are actually involved in a particular group, in a particular discussion or topic, to have some notifications when actually someone actually comes in and writes something. BuddyPress Media, like before, this will enable media uploads. And basically I would strongly suggest you go through all of this here, as those are very important, and you can actually, it depends pretty much on which kind of community you would like to run. And basically you can even have some online chats that will actually pop up as a window. So basically this is BuddyPress is trying to enable all of the features which are available on other more advanced and more popular online communities. Okay, so that was pretty much it, how to go about setting up the BuddyPress. Once again, once you have everything set up, come here and have a look at all of the available plugins and download the ones that you would like to use, and just go ahead and use them the same way we have used all the plugins before.